PS4 owners are lucky to have such a vast amount of games available on the PlayStation Store, including loads of brilliant indie titles. So we've taken a tour of the PlayStation Network to find out which are the titles you have to own. First up, it's a game that's just made the transition from the PC, Surgeon Simulator. And as the title suggests, you're in charge of life-saving operations, and the realism displayed on the PlayStation 4 title is sometimes enough to make your stomach churn. But Surgeon Simulator doesn't take itself too seriously. Yes, the visuals are jarringly realistic, and taken at face value it appears to be a fairly authentic portrayal of medical science, but it's clear that much of the game is based around humour. Operations each have an objective, and you'll need to make sure you achieve this without shedding too much blood. You can use tools to remove bone or organs, and amusingly, the game doesn't penalise you for doing damage to the patients in other ways. Shattering bones are seen as a necessary evil in the world of Surgeon Simulator. It's a unique game which is entertaining and somewhat repulsive, and it's the kind of thing that you'll want to play at least once. Next up is the visual spectacular Ho-Hokum. The game lacks any real objectives where you take on a role of a curious flying kite-like being and travel to unique worlds full of eclectic characters and interactions. The aim of the game is literally to just explore and enjoy the sights and sounds it provides, and it can be completely mesmerising at times. But for a more traditional title, Blue Estate offers up a brilliant rail shooter. Staged across 7 chapters, Blue Estate can be played alone or with a partner via local co-op. Each campaign mission clocks in at around 20 minutes, so there's not a huge amount on offer. But as with most on-rail shooters, score chasing is a key part and will have you chasing to get on the top of the leaderboard for hours on end. But if you're a fan of a good old side-scrolling platformer, Trine 2 is a beautiful game of action and puzzles. You play as 3 heroes, Amadeus the Wizard, Pointius the Knight and Zoya the Thief, and you join in their adventure through dangers that unfold in a fantastical fairy tale world, including physics-based puzzles using fire, water, gravity and magic, and wicked goblins and their evil plan, all encased in a magical environment full of beauty and wonder. It's got a brilliant story and addictive gameplay that makes this an instant classic. And finally is Contrast, which was one of the first titles to be made available for the PS4 with a PlayStation Plus subscription. The game is set in a 1920s dreamscape, where you must shift between the physics 3D world and the 2D shadow world. You play as Dawn, the imaginary friend of a little girl named Dee Dee, and solve increasingly difficult puzzles as you traverse a world full of circus performers, magic and cabaret. If you're a PS4 owner, it's a must to download and worth every penny.